this video, I'll be discussing certain issues and situations that are better kept private, things that nobody needs to know, and that won't help in any way. Privacy is important in your life, both strategically and for establishing peace. For those who follow us for Stoic or philosophical content, don't worry. This video will teach you how to behave like a Stoic in today's world. Want to know the 12 things you should keep hidden? Then subscribe, like this video, and come along with me. As usual, don't be weak, stay until the end. First point, the battles of your past. Look, everyone goes through tough times in life, right? But that doesn't mean we have to go around telling everyone about the struggles we've faced. It's not cool to keep justifying yourself or using that as an excuse for everything. What we've lived through, good or bad, helps shape who we are today, and that's important. But it doesn't need to be a topic of conversation all the time. The difficult things we've been through make us stronger and smarter, and that's what counts. Everyone doesn't need to see the scars to know that we've healed. What really matters is how we are now, how we handle things today, and what we do with our lives. So instead of talking about past battles, it's better to demonstrate in your daily life the incredible person you've become. People will respect you more for what you do now than for the overcoming story you tell. After all, what we are capable of doing today shows how much we've learned from what we've been through. Second point, about talking about your plans. You know when you have a brilliant idea, the kind that seems like it will change everything in your life. You get so excited that you want to tell everyone. But hold on a minute. When you spill the beans about what you're planning to do, without holding anything back, you're giving away your playbook, your weaknesses. It's like a soccer player telling the opponent where they're going to shoot before taking the penalty. That doesn't work, right? So, it's better to play it safe. Talk about your goal broadly, without giving too many clues. Like if you want to start a business, just say that you're thinking about entrepreneurship, but don't go into what it is, where it'll be, all that stuff. Keep the most important details to yourself, to prevent someone from wanting to copy your idea or even sabotage you. That's the deal. You have a treasure in your hands and not everyone can know where it's buried. This way, you're more protected and can work on your dream with more peace of mind without worrying about someone trying to mess with you or steal your idea. And then, when everything works out, the surprise will be even bigger and everyone will want to know how you did it. That's when you can tell the whole story, after everything has already turned out successfully. Third point, about your happiness. It's rare to see someone truly happy these days, right? So when someone notices that you have a big ear-to-ear smile, they might think you're a bit odd or even fake. How can he be so happy? He must be hiding something, they think. And isn't it true that some people even get jealous when they see someone else happy? Look, being happy is great and you shouldn't hide it, but you also don't need to go announcing it to everyone. When asked, "Is everything okay?" you can reply, "Everything's cool," even if inside you're bursting with so much joy you want to set off fireworks. This is just to avoid a bunch of questions, you know? And also to not give anyone a reason to bug you. And if the conversation turns to how things are going, whether at work, in your studies, or in your personal life, you don't need to go into details. It's going, you say. This way, you maintain a bit of mystery and avoid a deluge of unsolicited advice or someone casting an evil eye on your success. In summary, be happy, but don't turn your happiness into a spectacle for everyone to see. Your joy is too valuable to be treated like a newspaper headline. Share it with those who truly root for you and know how to appreciate the sparkle in your eye. Fourth point, about relationships. It's better not to tell everyone when you and your partner are having a problem. Arguments and misunderstandings are normal among couples, but they should be resolved between the two of you, not in group chats or on social media. When you talk about your romantic troubles on the internet or with friends, you risk everyone starting to give their 2 cents on your life. And moreover, not everyone wishes you well. Some might even speak ill of you behind your back or keep an eye on your significant other. Additionally, instead of helping, sharing your problems with other people can make things worse. Your private discussions can end up as gossip, which is not good for the trust between you. So the advice is, if things are tough between you, talk it out, try to understand each other, and work it out together. It's not easy, but that's how you build a strong and reliable relationship. Keep these matters between the two of you, and your relationship will be stronger for it. Fifth point, your financial situation. On your financial journey, whether you swim in abundance or face the waves of economic hardship, discretion is your greatest ally. There's no need for your social circle to know the balance of your bank account, as this can lead to a myriad of undesirable consequences. If you are enjoying a period of prosperity, talking about it may attract the attention of people with opportunistic intentions, looking to benefit from your wealth. Conversely, if you are struggling with tight finances, revealing these challenges can provoke reactions of pity or harsh judgments from others, which can be equally disturbing. Thus, Stoic practice encourages us to cultivate the value of emotional and financial self-sufficiency. Maintaining a certain level of mystery around your economic situation allows you to advance towards your goals without the burden of external judgments. People may speculate, but such speculations should not influence your inner serenity or the course of your actions. Furthermore, displaying financial desperation can be a barrier to future opportunities, be they personal relationships or professional advancements. When you keep calm and communicate an image of control, this conveys stability and confidence, qualities highly valued in any environment. In conclusion, remember, the power of the Stoic lies in the ability to remain balanced and centered, regardless of external turbulence. Focusing on the practice of virtue and on controlling what is within your reach is the true wealth that no financial state can grant or take away. Sixth point, your long-term life plans. Sharing your most precious dreams and ambitions is like opening the doors to the inner garden of your soul. In this garden, you plant the seeds of your greatest desires, water them with hope, and nurture them with the hard work of each day. This place is sacred and private. When you reveal these plans to someone, you are essentially inviting them to walk through this garden. Some will admire your plantings and may even offer water to help them grow. However, others might tread on your fragile seedlings, or worse, sow weeds of doubt and discouragement. The Stoics understand that the future is a territory that must be navigated with care and deliberation. They teach us that we should keep our long-term plans to ourselves, not out of fear of external judgment, but because true power lies in stillness and mindful action. Instead of talking about what you will do, show the results through your actions. This is the difference between proclaiming an intention and manifesting a reality. Furthermore, by keeping your long-term plans confidential, you maintain strategic flexibility. Life is inherently unpredictable, and your plans may need adjustments. If you keep these plans to yourself, you can adapt to changing circumstances without the pressure to live up to others' expectations or to explain every change in the course you've chosen. Therefore, instead of broadcasting your long-term dreams and plans, conserve your energy for the focus and perseverance they require. Stoic wisdom teaches us that success and fulfillment come from consistency and the ability to stay the course, even when no one is watching. And when the time comes for your plans to bear fruit, let your actions speak for themselves, revealing not just what you aspired to, but what you have become through the process. Seventh point, your conflict resolution strategies. When addressing conflicts and challenges in life, many may be tempted to seek advice or vent the specific details of their problem-solving strategies. However, in the path of Stoicism, there is wisdom in keeping these methods confidential. Conflict resolution strategies are like the maneuvers of a chess master, calculated, deeply thought out, and tailored to the particular game at hand. Each conflict is unique, and so should be the approach to resolving it. Openly discussing methods and plans can not only compromise the effectiveness of these strategies, but may also give someone the chance to anticipate your moves or worse, counteract them. Stoicism teaches us to maintain serenity and rationality in the face of adversity. A Stoic knows that sharing conflict resolution strategies can lead to unwanted interferences. It can attract unconstructive criticism or even have your methods questioned, which can lead to internal doubts and a less effective resolution of the conflict. Furthermore, there is value in resolving conflicts internally or directly with the involved parties. This promotes a sense of personal responsibility and autonomy, traits valued in Stoic philosophy. Self-reliance grows as you face and resolve challenges without the need for external approval or assistance. By keeping your conflict resolution strategies to yourself, you are also cultivating the Stoic virtue of self-control. Revealing less about your intentions and processes not only protects your techniques, but also strengthens your character. You learn to trust your own ability to navigate through storms, an invaluable skill in the often turbulent sea of human existence. Therefore, instead of pulling back the curtain on your internal theater of operations, keep your conflict resolution strategies close to your chest. In this way, when a challenge is overcome, the victory is sweeter, for it is forged by your own hand and refines your ability to conduct yourself with wisdom and effectiveness in future battles. If you're enjoying this, don't miss out on the opportunity. Purchase the ebook now, Stoicism in the 21st Century, Ancient Strategies for Modern Challenges, and unlock your prosperity, abundance, and improve your relationships with this ebook. Link in the pinned comment. 8th point, your self-care and personal improvement regimen. The journey of self-care and personal improvement is often accompanied by a variety of practices and routines, from physical exercise and diet to meditation and reading. While it might be tempting to share your habits and progress on this path, there are Stoic reasons to keep these details close to your heart. Stoic practice encourages moderation and a focus on internal transformation rather than seeking external validation. By talking about your self-care routine or the books you're reading for personal development, you might inadvertently turn an introspective practice into a spectacle for others. This not only diminishes the authenticity of your commitment, but could also lead you to adjust your actions based on the feedback and opinions of others, instead of what is truly beneficial for you. Keeping your self-care practices private also helps to avoid the public declaration of intent phenomenon, where simply talking about a goal can create a premature sense of accomplishment, thereby diminishing the drive for actual action. Stoic discipline is forged in the furnace of silent action, not in words proclaimed to the four winds. Moreover, your path to personal enhancement is deeply personal and may not be applicable or understood by others. By keeping your strategies to yourself, you avoid unnecessary comparisons and the potential competition that can arise with the disclosure of your methods and successes. Another aspect to consider is the privacy regarding vulnerabilities that your self-care practices may reveal. If you are working to overcome certain challenges or limitations, disclosing this process can expose weaknesses that others, in the worst case, might exploit. Ultimately, by keeping your personal improvement routine to yourself, you preserve the sacred space necessary for genuine growth. Stoic philosophy reminds us that true development is an internal process, often invisible to outside eyes, yet incredibly visible in the quality of character and the serenity of spirit you exhibit. Therefore, make your self-care and personal improvement regimen an ongoing dialogue between you and your own essence. Let the fruits of your internal labor reveal themselves not through words, but through the tranquility of your presence and the effectiveness of your actions. 9th point, your life strategies and tactics. Stoic teachings encourage us to act with intention and purpose, but also to keep our life strategies and tactics guarded. The reason for this lies in the value of cultivating autonomy and personal resilience. By openly sharing your strategies and methods for navigating life's challenges, you risk diluting your own authority and opening up the possibility for external interference. The wisdom you accumulate through experience and reflection is a powerful tool that should be applied discreetly. Revealing your tactics can result in two adverse scenarios. First, you may inadvertently become an open book to those who might use this information against you in competitive or adversarial contexts. Second, by making your strategies known, you can become vulnerable to doubt and questioning, which can shake your confidence and compromise your effectiveness. Furthermore, life strategies and tactics often involve contingent plans and nuances that are tailored to your unique situation and personality. Sharing them indiscriminately can lead to them being misinterpreted or misapplied by others, resulting in decontextualized advice or judgments that do not serve your best interest. Keeping your strategies secret also aligns with the Stoic concept of correct action. Instead of talking about your tactics, the emphasis is on living them. The real power is not in disclosure, but in the silent execution of your plans. This approach not only ensures that you maintain full ownership of your tactics, but also that you remain focused on action, rather than being distracted by debate or external approval. Finally, there is immense value in maintaining an element of mystery about how you operate. This not only keeps others guessing and potentially underestimating you, but also allows you to move and adapt without the constant scrutiny of external observers. Therefore, as you move forward on your journey, remember that your life strategies are your precious tools. Protect them as the gardener protects newly planted seeds, with care, discretion, and an eye always turned towards the future harvest, not the present display. 10th point, your limitations and insecurities. Stoic wisdom teaches us that while self-awareness is essential, publicly exposing our limitations and insecurities can be counterproductive. Understanding and working on our weaknesses is a pillar of personal growth, but by discussing them openly, we may become easy targets for those who might want to exploit these vulnerabilities for their own gain. Moreover, talking about our insecurities can sometimes reinforce them. The internal dialogue we cultivate has a powerful effect on our psyche. If we choose to share our doubts and fears with others, we run the risk of strengthening these negative internal voices, simply by the act of giving them a stage to be heard. This does not mean that we should deny or hide our insecurities from ourselves. On the contrary, self-examination is a vital practice. However, exposing our frailties should be done in safe environments and with trustworthy people who can help us overcome them, such as mentors or counselors, and not in the public sphere, where the information can be misused. Exposing our weaknesses can also affect how we are perceived by others. In a professional environment, for example, revealing certain insecurities might impact the opportunities presented to us, as people are often assessed by the strength they display. In personal life, it could affect the respect or authority that others hold for us, especially in contexts where leadership or assertiveness are valued. However, this is not to say that we should be inflexible or prideful. Indeed, acknowledging our limitations is crucial to establishing a realistic foundation upon which we can build. But this acknowledgement should be coupled with a silent commitment to improvement, rather than a public declaration inviting pity or judgment. In conclusion, limitations and insecurities are natural parts of the human condition. Stoicism teaches us to embrace them as opportunities for character strengthening and prudence. Therefore, treat your insecurities not as burdens to be shared with the world, but as personal challenges that, when overcome in private, transform into silent testimonies of your resilience and growth. 11th point, your backup plans and alternative strategies. In Stoic practice, there is an acknowledgement of the importance of being prepared for different outcomes, honoring the maxim that we may not always be able to control events, but we can control our response to them. Having backup plans and alternative strategies is essential. However, disclosing these plans can compromise their effectiveness. Revealing your contingency plans may seem harmless or even a sign of transparency and preparedness. But in doing so, you might inadvertently provide information that would allow others to anticipate your reactions and potentially obstruct your future moves. If competitors know how you intend to react to certain events, they could use this to their advantage. In personal contexts, knowing that you have a plan B might lead people to underestimate your dedication to plan A, or worse, question your commitment and confidence. On a deeper level, the disclosure of alternative strategies might even influence your own mindset. If you talk too much about a contingency plan, you might unconsciously begin to lay the groundwork for the failure of your main plan, diminishing your motivation and effort. Full commitment to one direction is often what drives success. On the Stoic path, it is advisable to ponder the phrase, "the barking dog does not bite." Applying this idea, one may understand that to proclaim our alternatives might be more a sign of hesitation than of wisdom. By keeping your backup plans secret, you preserve the elemental strategic surprise that may be necessary to navigate turbulent waters. Instead of openly discussing all your escape routes and alternative strategies, keep them to yourself, like hidden cards up your sleeve to be used only when necessary. By doing this, you are exercising the Stoic discipline of strategic silence, keeping your adversaries unprepared and your allies confident in your leadership and vision. 12th point, your personal techniques and methods. The Stoic approach emphasizes the power of self-reliance and inner knowledge. Likewise, your personal techniques and methods of success are aspects that you should guard cautiously. These are the unique strategies you have developed through your experiences, education, and introspection, which contribute to your competitive edge in life, revealing in detail how you solve problems, how you learn, how you negotiate, or even how you relax and recharge might seem harmless, but it can diminish your uniqueness. If everyone around you starts adopting your approaches, what makes you special could be diluted, and your perceived value may decrease. For instance, if you have a unique way of remaining calm under pressure, detailing it could mean that others adopt it, perhaps even in situations against you. If your learning techniques are highly effective and you share them freely, you might find yourself in an environment where your learning advantage becomes the norm, leaving you without the edge you had before. Furthermore, by keeping your methodologies private, you create an aura of mystery and efficiency around yourself. People notice the results, but cannot easily discern how you achieve them, thus increasing the respect and admiration they have for you. From the Stoic viewpoint, it is important to reflect on your practices and continuously improve them, but there is no need to broadcast them for everyone to see. The philosopher Seneca stated that our own mind should be a safe and private sanctuary. By protecting your techniques and methods, you keep the sanctuary intact, preserving the potency of your personal practices and the integrity of your path to excellence. Thus, consider your personal techniques and methods as trade secrets of the brand that is your life. Share them selectively if you think doing so will benefit your growth or help someone in a meaningful way. But remember that discretion is a vital component of wisdom and personal power. To act with composure and confidence is essential. This is of great importance. Keep in mind that the world values appearances, and even if you feel insecure internally, the best tactic is to convey confidence. This is how you convince people that you are in control. I sincerely hope this message has been helpful to you. If you liked the video, please leave your comment. That way I will know that you watched until the end. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe now and join us. Thank you very much for your attention. Stay with the Creator, everyone.